Hi, I'm Isabel from Lato, and in this video I will guide you through the key functionalities of Lato's travel app. So the Lato travel app is the end result of the trips that you'll be creating using Lato's itinerary builder. And this is actually the end result. So this is what the travelers will receive from you. And I always like to start with explaining that the travel app is a web app. So this means it's not a downloadable app that you will find on your phone in the Play Store or in the App Store. It actually consists of links. So it's just a link that you can forward to your travelers via social media, for example, or via email. And the travel app functions in two different ways. So you can either use it as a proposal, but as well as a roadmap for your travelers during their trip. So actually, the moment you change this trip status to from proposal to booked, for example, the layout of the travel app will change a little bit, and the traveler will have access to more information like travel documents, for example. You can also customize the travel app to your branding. So, for example, here you can add your logo. And these two colors are also customizable to your two brand colors. So that was the introduction. Let's maybe just start diving into it. And at the moment we're looking at a proposal. So I'm going to click here on Discover the Journey. And right now we are looking on to our first day. So we have a little map always on top that shows us what we will be doing exactly that day. So we have a flight to Costa Rica. I can zoom in, or I can click my map open as well to have a better overview. I started with a first text with some introduction of who I am. I added even a YouTube video. So as you can tell, there's lots of visuals and photos. These are actually as well from our database Unsplash and Pexels that you can freely use. I've added a lot of transportation in here, and there are also links with Google Maps. So if I click on it, Google Maps will open and I can navigate myself to the destination. What else? There are some hotels options that I've given to my travelers. So in the first night, they can either choose for option A, B, or C for hotel. I added the star rating, their room types and boarding types. And I can also add links in the text if I want to. So right now we're in day 2. And as I can see on the map, we'll be switching from hotels, and there's an activity at the coast. On day 3, I will see that there's a rental pickup. And as you can just generally tell, there's a lot of videos. This is actually to keep it more engaging. So this is the general look and feel of the travel app. If I go right now on the top and I click on map, now we have a full overview of the complete itinerary. So here again, I can hover over it to see more details or click on a certain day in here. There's also a field that's called price. So in here, what do I see? I have, of course, my price and what's included, what's not included. And in here, the traveler can leave their information and most importantly has to agree to the terms of conditions to click on confirm. Then you will receive an email that the traveler has confirmed the trip, and then you can start with following up. When I click on more, here the traveler can access lots of vouchers from all their kinds of transportations. So these are actually automatically generated vouchers based on the transportations that you've entered in the day-to-day itinerary. And they can also access a complete overview of all the accommodations they will be staying at. They can also chat with you. You can also disable this if you want, but you will also receive an email via notification once they've messaged you. Here there's an overview of all their previous trips that they've taken, and here is actually a button that will help them translate. So right now the app is completely in Spanish. And languages actually have been added by you, the travel professional, but this is done very easily as DeepL is also integrated with Lato. So with just one click, you can add a completely new language and the travel app is translated. So this is what the proposal looks like. Let me show you how it looks like for the booked version. All right, so right now I have changed the trip status in Lato's itinerary builder to booked. And now the same link that my traveler has received will transform a little bit and look differently in the layout. So first and for all, we have our countdown already here on the starting page. And if I go, for example, to the first day, you can see that hotel B and C are no longer there because I've deleted them as my traveler have let me know that they preferred hotel option A. If I go to the second page, I now see that I have access to certain documents. So I've attached this document in my day-to-day overview to the specific activity. It's a document of a menu, but I've also added it as a picture as I think it looks better this way. If I go to map, I see that my personal recommendations are now available. We call them POI, points of interests. So these are the viewpoints, natures, restaurants, anything that I have, entered into this trip as a personal recommendation to my traveler. So I didn't want all this information yet to be available in the proposal version. There are a lot of different categories that you can choose from. Let's now click on price, and they no longer see the availability to leave their contact information and to agree to the terms and conditions, but now it says something like the booking is finalized, enjoy your trip. Of course, this also will look like a little bit different if you have another trip status, for example, approved and not booked, then this text will also say something else. Right now, if I look at the price in the included field, the actual price now is no longer displayed, so it's actually hidden. This is a preference that I've chosen as I don't think it's no longer relevant anymore as it's already booked and they don't have to stare all the time at the price. So now if I click on more, I see that I have lots of more access to information. So the first one is documents. And here I can see that there's a lot of general documents like travel information, but as well more fun documents like Spotify or YouTube video, podcasts. So you can add actual links from somewhere online or upload a simple document or even do upselling in here. So here I have added an example of an affiliate link of an eSIM that they can choose if they want to get that. You can also add all kinds of optional activities in here or do any kind of upselling in here. Now, what else do I have access to? Now I can also download a PDF from this trip. So this is actually already taking into account with your personal information, your logo, your branding, and so on. We have chosen not to do this beforehand as maybe you don't want this yet to be an option if it's not confirmed the trip. But all things that I just mentioned are actually just preferences that you can change in Lato's itinerary builder, but that's for another video. So if you want to see how you make a beautiful trip just like this one, I would recommend you to watch the other video.